Hi, may I take your order?
Yes, can I have a fillet of fish, regular fry, and a medium Coke?
Oh, I got apple pie with that? No, thanks. Is that for here?
To go.
Okay, your total is $2.29.
Thank you very much.
I need a regular fry, please.
The sounds of beeping fryers, sizzling burgers, and bubbling soda, all mingled over customers placing brief and direct orders, no doubt signify a McDonald's franchise to many. The McDonald's Corporation established a frontier in the American food industry by pioneering franchise capabilities in a new light, leading to the company's ability to cultivate itself as a symbol of the United States, while also reshaping the framework of the expectations in American food culture.
Following the United States' involvement in World War II, the nation was graced with a time of relative success and economic boom. As soldiers returned from their stints overseas, there was a newfound positive outlook on the future of American society. Families began to sprout in large numbers in what was known as the baby boom. Parents were met with newfound responsibility to provide for their growing households, and with that, their increased work contributed to American economic success of the post-war period. Two individuals who took advantage of the American financial growth were brothers Robert and Mac McDonald, and they had a vision for the future. They opened a successful and efficient restaurant, McDonald's, and it was known commonly as a drive-in at the time of its founding in 1940. After the opening of McDonald's in San Bernardino, California, the McDonald brothers found success and recognition in just a few short years due to their pioneering business model. The business model at first followed the popularity of many other lunch counters and drive-ins in the U.S. The brothers followed a common roadside restaurant model during this time period with car hops and a drive-in system. Eventually, they came to the realization that the business model was not the most sustainable. With underperforming menu items and others too high in demand, the brothers saw these losses as valuable revenue they were missing out on. The plan came to close and reopening, revitalizing their business with a new approach which prioritized the aspects of efficiency and affordability. This 3-month hiatus was perhaps the most important 3 months in the history of McDonald's, with American journalist Eric Schlosser describing these crucial changes, stating, "The McDonald's fired all their car apps in 1948, closed their restaurant, installed larger grills, and reopened 3 months later with a radically new method of preparing food." These radical changes all took place under the implementation of the Speedy system, the new business plan resembling the logistics of an assembly line preparation system. This system allowed the items to be pushed out by the kitchen the same way every time, while doing so quickly and of a high quality. This was easily achieved by the restaurant's ambition towards a limited menu, also allowing them to further lower prices and perfect the few items that they did offer to customers. Eric Schlosser in Fast Food Nation wrote that, "Soon the parking lot was full and people were marching up to the windows and back to their cars with bags full of cheeseburgers." Due to this extreme efficiency, affordability, and quality, the McDonald's restaurant was able to become a reliable, quick, and cheap option to consumers. As the word about the McDonald's brothers' success began to spread, a particular individual began to take interest in the new business. His name was Ray Kroc, and he would prove to be a driving force for the success of the company. From simple beginnings, Kroc first approached the restaurant in an effort to sell the brothers multi-mixer machines for milkshakes. However, Kroc quickly came to the realization that the future of the McDonald's company could be much more than a few lunch counters in dusty Southern California. As Kroc began to learn the business alongside the brothers, he had ideas for just how big the McDonald's name had the ability to become. The McDonald's Corporation website states that Ray Kroc wanted to build a restaurant system that would be famous for providing food of consistently high quality and uniform methods of preparation. He wanted to serve burgers, fries, and beverages that tasted just the same in Alaska as they did in Alabama. Kroc realized that with the brothers' innovative Speedy system, employees at any location could be easily trained to prepare cheap and hearty food at a rapid rate, something that had been so successful in the brothers' original restaurants. Quickly, Kroc wanted to be more than just an acquaintance of the McDonald's brothers. He wanted in on the business in order to bring his ideas to fruition.
After negotiation with the brothers, Kroc finally franchised his own location in 1955 in Des Plaines, Illinois. After immense success with his own restaurant, Kroc's ambitions of expansion only drove him further from the brothers as they resisted franchisement. But by 1961, Kroc secured a deal in which he took full ownership of the company for $2.7 million. Kroc realized that with the already installed Speedy system, the ability to franchise would be quicker and safer than ever, as it resulted in franchise owners following specific guidelines. This Speedy system attracted many potential franchise owners. In The Economics of McDonald's, D.L. Norman notes this effective strategy, stating, "The McDonald's system of operation has been refined over the years and proven to be profitable and effective, so the franchisee's risk is minimized." This allowed Ray Kroc's McDonald's to spread all over the United States. This, however, is not only what led the McDonald's Corporation to great success, it is also the ability to rule over these franchises tightly, making sure they conform to the corporation's standards of overall quality. In fact, Kroc was so set on the idea of consistent quality that he even created a unique training process with a degree from Hamburger University. D.L. Noren wrote in The American Economist explaining the application process. Applicants to McDonald's are required to pay a $4,000 deposit to the company, followed by a year of training, involving weekly sessions in an established McDonald's to learn the process. Finally, the franchisee must complete 4 1- to 2-week sessions, with the final one resulting in a degree from Hamburger University, signifying the franchisee has been trained to the company's expectation. This Hamburger University emphasized just how important the company's values are to franchise owners, and it reminds them of the cornerstone ideas of a McDonald's location. Along with a reputable product, Kroc was able to connect with his customers on a more personal level by offering affordable options to stay in touch with Americans of all classes. Observing this menu from 1965, staple items like hamburgers and french fries remain at the 15-cent price point, signaling Kroc's continuing ambition to offer both accessibility and quality. Even after Kroc's acquisition of the company, he does not change the prices of the menu items, staying true to his vision of offering an affordable product of good quality. The strict implementation of McDonald's company standards, the corporation very quickly spread into new places across the United States and even expanded internationally just 6 years after Ray Kroc's purchase in 1967. Due to Kroc successfully instilling key values into the McDonald's corporation, the restaurant chain was exponentially successful in the United States. Kroc's vision of the future of McDonald's would only continue to grow into new and foreign markets.
Capitalizing on the consistency of the Speedy system and his regimented training programs, Kroc believed his model could be equally as lucrative in different markets. According to the Toronto Newsroom, still in North America with the first location opening in 1967, this was an attempt to gauge how well Kroc could manage the company across international borders. With positive reception in Canada, Kroc took this as a go-ahead to make bigger plans to expand beyond North America. Ray Kroc decided to wind up operations as a small-scale experiment, proof that his American-based business model, as well as the Speedy system, can be applied successfully in a foreign market space. Ray Kroc's enforcement of the values of quality, efficiency, and consistency, combined with the Speedy system, caused customers to consistently receive cheap and quality products in a short period of time. These values that the McDonald's restaurant held to, along with the brand itself, was all based on the American market. This, coupled with how McDonald's was popularized in the United States, McDonald's started to become an American name, especially when he ramped up his expansion. Ray Kroc began rapidly expanding and opened restaurants in many other countries. One country that the franchise became prominent in was France. Kroc defied the public in front of French franchisee Raymond Dayon and opened 14 restaurants in France in 1972, operating successfully until 1978. In 1979, after legal disputes produced a year-long halt on business in the country, these restaurants maintained successes, with franchises still serving 6 million meals per year. The Speedy system, along with the McDonald's value system, even after adversity, was still successful in France. This prompted Kroc and company to expand even further in even more profitable nations. Kroc spread the corporation in every profitable country possible, as the French and Canadian franchises proved that the McDonald's business model can be effective anywhere. Kroc expanded McDonald's rapidly throughout the 1980s, reaching millions of new customers worldwide. Desert News mentioned this growth, stating that by 1989 the company was serving 22 million customers a day in 51 countries, compared with 12 million customers a day in 27 countries in 1980. McDonald's expansion reached millions of people of different palates, spreading its core values into vastly different environments, and in these new markets, the company established itself as an American brand. McDonald's became one of the most popular and recognizable brands due to its rapid expansion, along with the business model based on American values. This led people to associate McDonald's as almost a physical representation of American culture. Due to the rapid growth in the 1980s, McDonald's solidifies itself as the symbol of America in foreign territories. Professor Mauzarzari explains this, stating, "At the same time, American fast food chains began marketing their projects in Israel along with the philosophy of American fast food. Most notably, McDonald's, the icon of Americanization worldwide, began selling hamburgers in Israel in 1993. This expansion into Israel emphasized McDonald's had become a symbol of American culture and how the company was known for this around the world due to its globalization. During this period of intense international expansion, coupled with McDonald's American-based business model and culture, the McDonald's brand became known as a symbol of America. This represented the international success of the McDonald's company as McDonald's itself began to represent America. The McDonald's Corporation created a new frontier in the American food industry, doing so by pioneering franchise capabilities, leading the company to project itself as a symbol of the United States, while also reworking the expectations in American food culture. The McDonald's brothers created a restaurant that maximized efficiency, quality, and cost all in one. They created their pinnacle invention, the Speedy system. After Croc's purchase, franchise locations sprouted up all over the United States. As the Speedy system spread its way throughout America, resulting in American food perspective to be shifted, with many people now commonly being served the same food at low cost and in timely manners, altering the nation's culture surrounding food itself. McDonald's also reshaped itself as a symbol of America after rapid growth in countries abroad. By rapidly expanding in the United States, implementing the effective Speedy system, and expanding internationally, McDonald's created a new frontier in the American food industry.